Okay, welcome back. I hope you learned something from the first session. Now you may see my GitHub account. It's really good to have a GitHub account. It's like creating a Facebook account or any kind of online platform. So what is this GitHub? It allows you to store all your codes. Companies look at your codes. Yeah, they just look at your codes. It's not about your CV or whatsoever or cover letter or something. No. If for some recruiters contacted me on LinkedIn and if they ask me to send them my CV, oh come on, I stopped sending CV. Are you kidding me? No. So, of course, I'm not looking for a job, but they just contact me. And if they ask that, that's what. I thought people stop asking CVs. That's my right. So build your portfolio, your GitHub. So let me show you some of the projects or some of the documents I'm really happy and proud of. 30 days of JavaScript. It's a very good material. As you can see, there are about 8.1 thousand stars in 30 days of React, 30 days of Python. I started 30 days of HTML, but I didn't do much. Let's see 30 days of HTML. Let's write just HTML, then we may. Yeah, the 30 days of HTML, I think I did up to 10 days. But finally, I didn't get that much material to make it 30 days because HTML is small. There's no much thing to teach, you know? It doesn't really go that far. So as you can see, this is the 30 days of HTML. It's really good. You may also do some of the reading here. As you can see, the explanation I gave you, HTML, just the HTML with the bones here. And then on top of HTML, when you add CSS, I have now good looking with JavaScript, and then the person just go crazy as if he got a bottle of vodka, right? Or something, I don't know, but some kind of thing how is happening there. Yes, so requirements, as I told you many times, what you need to have is just some motivation and a computer and the internet. That's enough. Yeah. And you may go also, as you can see, front end here, back end, what's happening in the back end, some kind of explanation and some details you may go through. But now I think it's time to install VS Code. VS Code. Yeah, I searched VS Code, and you should do what I do, step by step. You should really do what I do if you don't have. I will be as slow as possible. Then I will just send you the link if it's hard for you to get it. I just send the link for you. So I'm about to, I thought I said it here. Oh yeah. I'm about to download VS Code. Yeah, I think if you are on this website, now click over here. And then after a couple of seconds, it gets downloaded and it's about to finish. You just give it some time. Oh yeah. Now as you can see, it's time to click it. Yeah. And then you just, I accept. It's from Microsoft. You are not installing some malicious software. It's a very, very good, genuine software. So let's just accept, click, all the way click is okay. If you want to have it on desktop, but I don't want it to desktop. Click.
How did you get that pop-up picture?
Okay, because I installed it, comes here.
Oh, I didn't get it.
Okay, then you may go to the downloads.
Okay.
Downloads, and it should be here after downloading. Then just click. If you downloaded VSCODE, it should be in the downloads. Yeah. Then after clicking, it asks you to agree. You should click agree, then just next, next, next is enough. Now I just click this and it's progressing to be installed. Yeah, now as you can see, if I click, as it says launch Visual Studio Code, by default, if I just finish, it opened by itself. But if I remove this stick, I have to search the VS Code and open it. Yeah. Let's just launch as it is. It will be launched. It will be opened. Yes, this beautiful. Look at it. It's coming. Just black. Yes. Nice. Oh, lots of some plugins are coming. For the time being, we don't need. Just let's just close. Yeah, for you, this might be the JavaScript might be blue and the Python might be blue also. In my case, since I clicked them before, it is still, there are some settings in my computer, so it's still. And then you don't have to have this this page. Yeah, just untick this. Then after this, you close it. This is what you see. So simple. Then there are file, edit, selection, view, go, some menu as in other editors, text editors. And here is just to create files and folders. You can toggle it by clicking. Have you seen? Yeah, we just experiment how to create and how to use it. And if you go here, for instance, there are something you may not have. Let me remove this because for you, you don't have that and it might be confusing. And I want this exactly similar to, which one is that? I don't know, but it's okay. This is just for you to install different extensions that allows you to be more productive. And we will install different extensions through process. Okay, then again, click, and then settings here. You come to the settings, for instance, autosave, if the autosave is on or off. Let's see the autosave. Yeah, let's say for the time being, autosave is, as you can see, it's off, but you can come here. Formatting, if you want formatting, you just come related to some formatting. We will come later through process. And now let's close it, and we have to know how to open it. Yeah, I come here, the search, the VS Code, and then open again.
You do it a bit too fast for me. I cannot follow.
Okay, good. Then what I can do, I can close it again and open it. Did you manage to install it already?
Yeah,
Great.
I have it installed.
What system are you using? Are you using Microsoft?
Chrome, Google
Are you
Chrome.
using Windows?
Yeah,
Good.
and but I follow on iPhone, and the text is really small.
Oh, you are following from phone?
I have iPhone where I watch Zoom, so the text is very small.
Okay, but okay, so you are looking at from a phone and you are working on a computer.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, it makes sense. So you go to this. Do you see the search? So do you see the search here? The start part on the on the Windows, and then VS. Yeah, then it just bring VS Code, Visual Studio Code, and then click. Yeah. Do we really need VSCODE to write a code? I mean, to write a code? No, no. Let's write without VSCODE, yeah? Let's go to the desktop and let's create a folder, and I want to call this folder with HTML, CSS.
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. I have to ask all the time. I didn't get. I couldn't open.
Okay, I will count
the
that.
edited.
Yeah, I will count that. Spring and 2021. So this is going to be our folder, okay? So did you manage to come here, Yana?
No, I didn't.
Well, why not? You just come here. You just come here. Don't you see this?
Okay, now I'm.
And then write VS Code.
Yeah. Oh, I cannot find it. I'll check.
So you don't have the VS Code there?
No.
Then you didn't install it, maybe.
But when I searched for it, I found it defined, and
then click it. Then, if you find it, click it.
Yeah, but I come to this. It's not my edited page. It's the.
Can you share your screen with me? Then that's what I think the easy way is. Bring your. I can allow you to be a host and share your screen with me.
I don't remember how I share this screen.
At the bottom there is the share screen. Somewhere around the Zoom here in this area, somewhere around.
Yeah, how does it look? How does that symbol look like?
And I think I have to open something.
There is an arrow. Nuoli.
Green. Yeah, great. The Zoom screen. Let's. Have you seen this? Wait, I will. This part. Or this part. Share screen. Or this part, as you can see, next to the chat, actually, even.
Yeah, but I'm on iPhone and computer.
Oh no, then you can't even share your.
No.
Yeah, you can't.
I just click this when I search. Wait a moment. When I search VS Code. Now this might be mine. No, I don't know. Maybe this is mine.
Let's do this. Another way, you can install this again. You can install this again and accept, next, and then now create desktop icon. This tick.
Yeah.
And then you will have a chance to see it on the desktop. Now I'm doing it all over again.
Okay, I have to close the other one.
Yeah, it will override it. It will override the previous one. It doesn't really matter. Yes, now I can close this one. Finish, even I can finish it. If I go to the desktop by now, we don't need this. I should see this. I think from today on, I have to tell my students to have the desktop icon, and we don't have to search for it. Okay, Jana, do you manage to see it now on your desktop?
Yeah, I have the icon.
Yes, then it's all about clicking on it. Let's click it. Yes, this is VSCODE, and now I want you, why we need a VSCODE. We don't have to actually. We can start, just close it, forget about it. We will come to that later, yeah? Okay, I created a folder here. Yep, I created a folder, and let's create a file here. And I chose this one, this. And the name I can call it maybe just index.html. Yeah, as you can see, it says HTML. The reason why any HTML file, the extension should be .html. And everybody knows what HTML means, right? Hypertext Markup Language. I will explain that later. And let's open this and write something. Yes. To start HTML, you need this tag, something like this.
Excuse me, I'm a bit lost here. You said we should create the file in the folder.
Yes.
Okay, so
we created this HTML CSS Spring 2021. Yes. So everything we work will come to here. Even now, I'm interested, even just let me delete. And I want to put all the work in week 1. Yeah, week 1. Then you get everything there. I will push it to GitHub. And if you do also the same, you can have some kind of, yes.
So in the HTML and CSS folder, we create another folder, week 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just for sake of organization. For you, then you get everything in that. But the structure is it doesn't have to be like this all the time.
And then in the week 1, we create a file.
Yes, let's create a file, and that file we can call it index.html.
Excuse me, the file, if I right click and I go to new, how do I create it? Do I go to?
Yeah, let me destroy this one. Right click, new. You have here, if you do this, it's folder, right?
Yes, yes.
But this is text document.
Text document. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I actually have a problem as well, because when I have a MacBook.
I think in a Mac, there might be also an alternative for Notepad. Let me check on the internet.
Text edit.
Huh?
The app name is text edit.
Okay. Then,
okay, because I didn't get any option for new to create.
Yeah, we have to go Launchpad and click the text edit.
Okay.
Right. Then index.html. HTML. Now let's open this. Have you seen? Nothing, no feature, no formatting. It's so hard to work on, right? Let me make it a bit bigger and you will have a chance to see why it's not getting, oh, it's too much bigger. I think the magnifier is on and that is too big.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but I cannot follow. I am behind all the time, so I don't get anything.
And we didn't do anything yet. We didn't do anything. We didn't do anything.
I just cannot follow at all because it's you do it so fast. I cannot see what you do, so therefore I cannot do it myself. I'm very sorry, but I cannot follow you.
Oh, okay.
It's too fast. The text on my iPhone is so small, and you do it very fast, so I have no idea where you are on the screen. And I'm sorry, I will change. I have an iPad, but I have to install Telegram on my iPad. So next time I will do that. But now it's completely impossible for me to follow the teaching.
Okay, yeah. This is what we can do. There's recording also.
Yeah.
So if things are like hard like this, in your case even now, it's a kind of impossible, like following from a phone. It's a bit a kind of not a very good approach. Of course, trying is not bad, but we will have a very good recording. It's also possible to follow the recording, but I can also get slower. If this is too fast, I can also get slower a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's important. It's slow, but if it is too slow for the others, then I can watch the videos.
Yeah, how is it so far, guys? Am I too fast? Yeah, actually, I feel I'm not doing anything. That's what I felt, even in my case. Am I fast?
A bit
How
fast.
is it going? Yeah?
A bit fast.
Okay, then I have to slow down. Yeah. So let's see how many people installed VSCODE. Can you write one for me? And then I can see that. How many people have VSCODE? Just VSCODE, having the VSCODE. You have to write to me, guys. That's very mandatory. Then I know, that's how I know that.
Teacher, I'm borrowing a computer right now, so I'm not downloading it in this computer, but I'm trying to memorize and writing so I can do it to my own computer.
Yes, yeah, no problem. You will have the recording. You should do, and you should follow the recording and do everything what we are doing today. Yeah, no problem. Yes. Okay, I can see lots of people downloaded already. So just keep it there for some time. Now, I was creating a folder, but it seems that some of the people didn't see what I was doing. Let's destroy it and let's do it all over again. Who doesn't know creating a folder on a desktop? That's just a basic knowledge. So let's create a folder. Yeah, and we call this HTML, CSS, and it's a Spring because I have lots of courses. To identify the courses, I give them the same name with the course, okay? And then the year is actually 2021. Yeah, but you can just call it HTML and CSS course. Did you create a folder? Did you? Yeah, great. And next, maybe I was about to show you differently, so the notepad is a bit different for some of you. Then let's forget that. Then open VS Code now. Open VS Code. Let's open it together. Great. If some annoying notification comes, just close it for some time. And here is also, you can just close it by clicking. Do you see this? These two documents together? When you click, it opens. When you click, it closes. So nice, right? Yeah. And then open folder. You click on open folder. And then go to desktop because we have a folder on the desktop. Do you remember this? Yeah, then I open it. Yes, now it's here. Please stop doing that. Okay. Again, this is the folder you have. This allows you to create a file, and this one allows you to create a folder. Now, maybe we can say week 1. Yeah. So inside here, we can still create a file. Now I highlighted this. Let me create index.html. I have to slow down now, and I can give you time to do what I did. Do you have everything I have? Another one I need? Just type 1 if you have everything I have. Yeah, that means now your setting is ready for writing a code. So all the time when you start web development, you need one file, at least one file, and that is index, and the extension should be .html. Maybe I can explain to you just by writing. I'm using now this as in a dashboard, I mean like a board. Wait, it's not, let me. Now just don't write. I'm using this like a whiteboard or a blackboard. And let me just explain to you what is HTML. HTML stands for hyper text markup language. Okay. How many words do you see here from this acronym? Like it's a kind of 3 hypertext, and there's a markup and the language. What does hypertext means? Actually, a hypertext means actually a text that is linked to another text or another information. Then what is markup then? What is this markup? It sounds like makeup. Okay, whatever. But markup, it's marked. So we mark something to be what? So we mark, for instance, using a markup like this, we say this P and P tag, and then, hey, I want this text to be a paragraph or a title or something. So we have a kind of a tag that allow us to mark our content or our text to format. Yeah, so I will show you how we mark it actually. If we are using H1 tag, that means we are marking that text to be title. If we say P, we are marking that text to be paragraph. If we are saying div, that means we are marking that part of the website a kind of a section, a kind of a box. So that is a markup. So language is just a language. So it's a markup language, a language that allows us to link texts together and send it and forward on information. And all in all, it's just a markup language that allows us to mark text or information. Let's destroy this and start coding. Yes. So what's the markup? Actually, this HTML is like a tag. It has a tag, opening tag and a closing tag. And in between, content. This is the structure of an HTML. An opening tag and a closing tag. This part, the part you write in the left is the opening tag. And the part you write in this part is going to be a closing tag. So but this is, and the tags are predefined. Okay, you don't give random things, they are already predefined. What does that mean? So now let's say our tag will be P, then it's going to be P. So P is a predefined, so my closing tag. So what's the difference between the closing tag and the opening tag? The slash, yeah, the slash. The difference between the opening and this is the pattern, you remember. So you have this less than, greater than sign, less than, greater than sign, both in the left and the right, but the closing tag has this slash. So I told you that HTML is a markup language. Did we mark this content now? Did we mark it?
Yes, P.
Yes. So what was the mark?
P.
P, yes, the mark. So we mark it to be paragraph and we call these tag names. Now the tag name is paragraph or P. Okay, now let's save Control S. I saved it and I go to the previous folder here. I open it and open and right click, open with Chrome, Google Chrome. Content, it says content here. So this is our first website, but instead that's a bit, let's say this is our very first website. And then we have to go and refresh it. What happened? Tell me what was wrong.
Not saved.
Not saved. Control S, and I have to comment. This is our first website. Did you understand now hypertext markup language? At least you understand the acronym, what is hypertext, what is markup, what's language. And now we wrote our first tag, that's a paragraph, but I think there is another good that allow us to write a big title, H1. Welcome to HTML and CSS course. H1. As I told you, what you need is an opening and closing. Now the tag I chose is H1. It allows us to make text big, very big. It's the title. So Control S, I'm saving it. And then refresh. Welcome to HTML and CSS course. But have you seen it's so boring to save now and then, and sometimes even you may forget saving and then you may refresh 100 times because If you write code all day long, you may forget the basic thing. So how about if we turn on the autosave, because this VS Code is so powerful. We go here, settings, come here and settings, and then write autosave. And then it gives you some option. The autosave is off. Just click it and after a delay, after a couple of a delay, then that means after 1 second, 1000 millisecond means 1 second. So you write, and after you release the key, after 1 second, it's changing by itself. Great. Instead of welcome to HTML and CSS, let's change this to welcome to web development, because yeah.
Sorry, I missed which one did you choose there on autosave?
Yes, you come here and then settings, autosave, and after delay.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. I made a change, but it was already saved. And now let's use H2. H2 is a kind of a subtitle, a bit smaller than H1. So we have H1, H2, H up to H6. Then let's write HTML and CSS. But here we have to also come and refresh. I think the first day is usually very hectic. So I have to ask you, did you manage to follow everything I did? Let's see, do you have what I have? And that means it's a question type 1.
No, not exactly, but I want to find out how come I'm typing, but how come mine, the H1, H2, and P, they are not the colors are do not change into blue. I don't know why.
Do you have do you have index.html?
Yes.
Okay. Did you have this the opening and closing tag?
Yes. That's what I put. Do I have to type it, or
What do you mean by type?
I think the way I saved it, you know, I followed from the beginning.
Yeah.
From the beginning, yes. So when I came to when I came to open it, it opened directly from the folder, the index.html. So I didn't create it on the code.
Yes, so I think what I can help you, can you share your screen with me, and then I can see what's happening there.
Okay.
I can make you a co-host and share, yes, with me.
So this is what I have.
Okay, this is, yeah. I have a question for you now.
Okay.
So what do you see? Read the name of your file for me.
Index.html.txt.
Yeah, so you have additional .txt. So the extension of your file is now .txt. So right click on that, right click, and rename all the way down, and remove the last part.
Okay.
And remove the dot too, okay. And enter. Yep.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Then you may turn off the sharing.
Okay.
Right. Can
Should I
you?
turn it off?
Yes, the
Yeah.
sharing. Stop the sharing.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Guys, you have to be really do everything the way I do, because a minor detail doesn't allow you to move. A minor, little thing. Yes, so great. Now, but I want to see is, I can see that just only 1% say that you managed to follow everything I did. Now I want to see, do you have everything I have? Oh, it seems that everybody got it. Then if you want to write something lower than H1, subtitle, subtitle, subtitle. So whenever you have some kind of lower kind of a title, but lower than that. Do you remember in Microsoft, you have heading, right? Heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. Have you seen those? Do you remember those formats? So this means title, that means H1. Heading 2, that means this H2.
Could you share your
Can you share your
screen?
screen?
Oh yes, then when I was okay, I sorry. Yeah, you should tell me fast, guys. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. So is it familiar to you on Microsoft Word or some any text editing or text formatting platforms? Yeah. Heading 1, it allows you to choose heading 1, heading 2, or heading 3. Heading 1 is the biggest one, right? And even I think there's also this title. It's something like this. Is it? Do you want a title or a heading 1 or a heading 2 or a heading 3, right? In most text format softwares, there's something like this. So H1 in HTML is the biggest size, and then H2, and it goes up to H6. Let me show you. H3. I am lower or smaller is better. Smaller than H2. And let's go and open it and see. As you can see, it's smaller than this. And again, H4, I am smaller than H3. H3, and this should be H4. And you have to refresh it. It goes up to H6. So we don't have to just talk about this all the time. But now, have you seen I'm refreshing now and then? This will be also boring. Refreshing, you should see it instantly right away. Why we need? So let's close this. And we have to open it differently from this itself. Now I want you to click on this. Do you see these beautiful boxes? One of the boxes is broken for some reason. Anyway, these are extensions. Click over here. And then come here and write live server. Click over here for some reason and install. You should see something like this. Install, okay? Then let's install this. Yeah, now it's installed in our system. Then you just close, you don't need it anymore. You close it. Then if you installed the live server, you will see it. What is this? You come here and right click. Open, yeah, maybe I think something changed my system. Yours will be fine. You don't have to change this because I have different settings that affect my. So let me check now the live server. Okay, why is it changing my? Okay, let's see now. I don't see my live server for some reason because no. Okay, let's go again and live server here. Even let me just try and install it and install again, and okay, close. Oh no. Yeah. Do you manage to see live server for you, right? Most of you should see live server, right?
Yes.
Most of you should see.
No.
I have, yeah. Then if you don't have see it, I want you to install this.
Live server.
Okay, for me, I have to close it once and I have to open it maybe. Sometimes it just stuck in like that. So maybe that might be another solution for me. Please, all those notifications. What is? Okay, guys, I can open it in different way for me, but you may have already. So I can open it for myself like this, but you should have live server here. One of the choice, okay? Click live server. Click live server. For me, because of some settings, it's hidden, so I can't fix it right away. So I can open it differently by writing live server from here, but don't write live server here because you don't have live server installed. And I open it now for myself. Have you seen? It's opened. In your case, right click, find live server among this and click on that. And you should get this like this. Then I want to just, because it's hard to see like once the code and another the result. I want to put it to the right side and this to the left side, and it will be easy for me to work now. Let's see if it's changing actually. How about if we work another P? I love HTML and CSS. For some reason, the live server didn't work, but it should update itself. I was expecting this to be updated. So sometimes when lots of things run at the same time, such kind of things may happen. But for some of you, may work. It worked, right?
Yes.
Did it work?
It worked.
Yes, that's great. At least it worked for the students. It didn't work for the teacher. It doesn't matter. So, okay, then sometimes content is hard, right? Now I'm just writing this and that. Maybe like if I want to have lots of text here, I may say Lauren and then enter Lauren. So I generate just some random text as lorem ipsum. And even maybe undo, you can write just this lorem text and multiply it by 10 and enter. And it will be like almost very big text for you. I will do it again, undo. Have you seen? You have lorem, L-O-R-E-M. Just after you write that, while the cursor is ticking there, you should tab. This is the tab. Do you know the tab key? The tab. Oh, actually not tab, maybe. Lorem, maybe enter. Enter is good. That allows you to, yeah, so it's 1. If you want it to be more, you can multiply it by 5 to something. So, yeah, is it clear? Or even without a tag, if you write just here lorem and just enter, yeah, it generates a text for us. So it's a placeholder for us until you get the right content from your client, right? Because if you are waiting for your client until it brings the real content, you didn't do the coding part. So you have to put some placeholder until the client bring the real data with some lorem ipsum, with some random images for the image. Then when you get the real data, you put the real data in that placeholder, yeah? Unless otherwise you're wasting the time. And when the client comes, you don't start doing the thing, right? Yeah. Good. So how many tags did you learn so far? Tell me, how many tags did you learn so far?
7.
Yeah, now we saw H1, H2, H3, H4, and you may expect also H5 and H6. It's somehow a kind of a title or a heading, and then paragraph. So someone said 4, or yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's see list. Can we list? For instance, to write a list, we use an ordered list. And then list, HTML. You love HTML, right? Yes, it's great. And then inside this unordered list, not capital, no. Then CSS. And then note capital. For some reason, my typing is not good today. Great. Yeah, HTML. So whenever you want to create an ordered list means in no order. If one item comes before another, it doesn't mean anything, right? It doesn't affect. But how about if we have ranking? So in that case, we use ordered list, yeah? Ordered list. Maybe who was the first president of America? Maybe George, I don't know. George Washington, or I don't know, some George, but that was not a very good choice. Please give me another example that needs hierarchy or order. Well, for instance, if I recommend you, if you ask me to recommend you what to learn first to be a web developer, I may tell you, hey guys, first learn HTML. Now it has an order, right? It has a secret. What's next? You should really learn next CSS. And what should you learn? Third, JavaScript. And then next, React. Then you may put something here, P1, Oh, no, no, there's no P1. Sequences. Sequences. Steps to be a web developer. Steps to be a web developer. For some reason, this is highlighted. This shouldn't be like that. That means some of the, have you seen? We didn't do this closing here. We forgot here. And because of that, everything is high, bold, a kind of a, yes. Now this is a paragraph. So don't forget a closing. And maybe we can write this one. Core web technologies. Yeah, if I ask you, tell me the three core web technologies, you can tell me in different order, right? You may start from JavaScript, CSS, HTML, but if I ask you to tell me the first technology to learn to be a web developer, there should be a sequence, yeah? So we use ordered list and ordered list, yeah? Sometimes when we put things, some things needs hierarchy and some things doesn't need any hierarchy. One thing comes before another. Yeah. Okay. I think, how about if we want to link this to somewhere else? How do we link things? References. Yeah. I may write 30 days of HTML. Where is the reference? I have here the reference, the link. Whenever you want to write a reference, you need anchor tag. The anchor tag actually is A. This is how you write this A. And then you should put maybe something to click. Something to click here. And then the link goes to here. And we call it href. And the link will be here. I will show you. So I click this link and put it here. Now, if I come here, actually, I have seen a reference. Have you seen now? Because I put this without any kind of tag. I have to put that maybe like H1. H1 is too big. I can go for H3 and references. 30 days of HTML. If you click this one, it should take me here. But the problem is now I don't see the website, right? It opens over the website I clicked. So I have to click it back, but I want to be opened in a different tab. So to open it a different tab, target. And you may put underscore blank. You just need to add additional attribute here. And then now if you refresh and define, obviously it's opened in a different tab and I have this. Great. Now, instead of instead of having additional text here, how about just making this a link itself? So if we want to make this a link itself, I can just change this text to that. Yeah, now as you can see, this is. But how about if we are interested also to make a kind of list, a kind of ordered list? ordered list and the links. I can put that. So now as you can see, I have ordered list, and inside the list, I have the link. If you see, now I will have list of links. Maybe let's add additional W3 school, and that will be the last. Yeah, even I just got the first. Then you may say list. Yes, inside the list, we need a tag, and you just put it here. And then what we need, W3 schools. And we need the tag to be opened separately, and we have to duplicate this too here. Yeah, it's a bit smaller to see, and yeah, this is the code we wrote. Yeah, let me see some comments. Yes, I will. Yeah, so now let's see what we have. Let's also recap what we have learned today. Yeah. So first, we learned about web development, right? The different part of web development. Front-end, back-end. What are the front-end technologies? HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. What are the back-end technologies? There are lots of them, like Python, Node, MongoDB, Ruby, all those. We don't go that much far. We don't need them for now. And after that, actually, we focused on the front end. For front end, first we should learn HTML. That's the skeleton and actually the building block of a website. And that's what we are doing. And to write a VS Code, to write an HTML, we need VS Code. Now we are writing on VS Code. And what we wrote should be rendered on some browser. Now, the Chrome browser is reading this code and giving me this output. This is your code written on VS Code using the HTML language, and the browser is rendering it based on the tag, based on the mark. You marked it. That's why we call it markup language. You marked this to be H1, that means to be a very big type text, and it's actually a big text. And you mark this to be paragraph, and as you can see, it is a smaller text, and it looks and feels like a paragraph. And of course, we also mark this to be a bulleted list, and now as you can see, it's a bulleted list. And the same goes for ordered list. Yeah, and that's what we did. Whenever we want to make a link, whenever we want to a link, this is what we need. By the way, if you don't remember what to do, you just write A and enter. A, enter. H1, enter. You don't have to write everything by yourself. And even sometimes now, if I just do not have this, undo. If I don't have this, HTML, after you write this, if I click this, it gave me the structure of the HTML. We didn't talk about this actually, because it has some detail and I don't want you to feel, frustrated at the very beginning. So we don't need this today, but it will come later anyway. So this is what we have. So today we learn about H1 to H6 headings, paragraph, tag, and you don't leave your text like this. It should be in a tag, in some tag, and again a paragraph, a title for this, an ordered list. As you can see, to create an ordered list, first you have to have an ordered list, then the lists, and then ordered list and the lists. And then again, I put here ordered list because I want this list to be in ordered. So inside the list, we have also a link. To make your link to be opened in a separate tab or in a different tab, you need this attribute. Okay, so what you learned, there's opening tag. Yeah, there's opening tag and the closing tag. And in between there is a content, that is HTML. That's what you need to know. For this or for the others, it's just the same all the time. But another one and very important thing to remember, actually, in the opening side, we can also add attributes. For instance, this is the opening tag side, right? We added attribute and this is the link. And then we add another attribute, the target, right? So attributes are actually something we add to HTML elements that can describe more about that specific HTML elements. Yeah, attribute. What's the attribute of Asaben? He's a teacher. He's a JavaScript teacher. Yeah, that's my attribute. So you give attribute. We give attribute for HTML elements. That is all about today's lesson, guys. If you don't have a question, we have finished today's lesson.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have any question?
It's a lot of information, but it's all right. So if there is a video, so one more time will help to look at it. One more time will help for sure.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you for today.